and I love it. Now I've got a lot.
Control. Exactly his point.
A coach has to have a control. If he doesn't have a control, then there's no purpose in his being out there.
Well, you don't think you sometimes might be guilty of temper out of control?
Oh, no. I think if I'm ever out of control, I quit.
Oh, no, you say that so innocently. Oh, no.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I've never hit anybody.
Haven't you gone up to a kid and gone whack?
Oh, yeah, I went down the line of our kids one time.
What'd you do?
And just hit him on the shoulder, whacked him. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Thanks, I needed that. That was a nice, soft touch you had there.
Well, this, for Christ's sake, isn't like interviewing some politician that wants to be on television. I don't give a damn whether you ever put this on television or not.
We look to Bobby Knight because he's a power figure, a bit of a rascal, and usually a winner. And that's what we're buying today. The winner, the person in control. Beeper in the pocket, phone in the car. Moving up, moving fast. Fast food, fast times, fast track. We bought the American dream. Good preparation, hard work, reward. But technology changes, the economy changes, and what was once the path to the good life turns into a treadmill. Jackie Kennedy thought she was the right person at the right place at the right time.
I started working for AT&T in February of 1979. I was very impressed at the time. I tested for AT&T. You had to test into the company. When I passed the test, I was so proud. I thought the world's largest employer is going to have me.
Did you envision rising in the company?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. This is where you could, if you did well, you could move up. Where if you gave your all, they were willing to reward you.
So what was the job that you did?
I went in as a service representative. I enjoy people. I'm a people person. I like talking with people. I like helping people. I like being able to say, I can take care of this for you and know that I can take care of it. Know that you're not going to have a problem with this after I finish with it.
When Kennedy started at AT&T, it was still Ma Bell. She delivered personal service with a smile, crisp, efficient. No pressure, no rush. On January 1st, 1984, the nation's phone company began its court-ordered breakup. Customers, that's you and me, called in droves with questions and complaints. Service representatives like Jackie Kennedy and like these workers took the complaints and sold the phones to the same caller. Her quota was $240 worth of equipment every hour.
I had a situation where I had an irate customer on the telephone. I could see my supervisor from across the room. She was watching me as I was talking to this customer. So I'm trying desperately to smile at her, to let her know that I'm in control and everything's fine. And in the meantime, I have the customer who's just being livid. After I calm him down, what I'm supposed to do then is to sell this customer. This is a sales opportunity.
Some sales opportunity.
Yeah. Okay.
Computers were brought in to help the new company compete. A computer is not an easy thing to work for. It doesn't blink. It doesn't forget. No assembly line foreman ever was so unforgiving.
Okay, Mrs. Howell, I'll be happy to take a look at that for you.
There was a printout at the end of the day which could tell you exactly how many calls you had, exactly how long it took, exactly how long that you were on the telephone, how long you were off the telephone. If you had gone to the bathroom, it could tell you how long you'd been away from your desk. So the computer actually became who you worked for. You didn't work for customers anymore. You worked for the computer because...
Kennedy's job went from one in which she had a great deal of latitude to one in which she had absolutely none. Dr. Dorothea Johnson, Vice President for Health Affairs at AT&T. Jackie Kennedy was required to take complaints from consumers and then turn around and sell equipment to an irate customer at a quota of $240 an hour worth of equipment. Would you say that that is a tough thing to do?
I think it depends upon the situation and the person.
I mean, well, could you do it? I mean,
I don't know. That might be a challenge to me.
As a medical director, would you say that that kind of job would put stress on you?
Any job can put stress on you, or any job can be a challenge. I think it depends upon the individual and how the individual perceives the job.
At the Cornell University Medical School, Dr. Peter Schnall is studying job-related stress. He says it's the lower-level jobs with high demands and low control that are the most stressful.
Our evidence is fairly conclusive that blood pressure is highest among the subjects in the high-strain jobs and substantially lower among executives.
Was that surprising to you?
Not at all. The key dimension seems to be control. If you have control over your work process, how you carry out your job, when you're presented with a threat in the environment, a challenge, your blood pressure goes up transiently, but then it seems to return to normal promptly. When you don't have much control over the work process, your blood pressure goes up and it stays up.
Kennedy slid into depression. She found no pleasure in life. She stopped listening to music. She stopped reading. She cried constantly. She stopped sleeping. She dropped to only 100 pounds.
I would find that it would be Thursday, and I would think, gee, I haven't eaten since Monday. Eating seemed to be taking up some time that I really didn't have to give. There were other things that had to be done.
Kennedy's personal physician sent her to a psychiatrist.
He suggested that I commit myself to San Luis Rey for 3 days.
Commit yourself to a psychiatric hospital?
Yes, and when I said, no, I can't do that. I have out-of-town company coming in. I can't, how is it that I'm in a psychiatric hospital with my family coming from the East Coast? And he said, well, I can commit you for 72 days. And he said, there's nothing you can do about it.
Some people might look at you and say, well, why didn't you just quit the job if you thought that was what was causing so much stress for you?
That's a very easy statement to make. However, you get into a trap where you're making decent money, you have benefits. My marriage was over. I found that I had 2 children. I had responsibilities to 2 other people besides myself. So quitting was not an option for me.
Kennedy filed a workers' compensation claim citing stress as her injury. Stress is the fastest growing category of work-related injury claims. Lawyer Andrew Shorenstein says they make up about 25% of his firm's caseload.
This is far beyond, everybody's going to say, gee, I have stress at my job. Big deal. What's these people talking about? This is nothing at all. But this is stress beyond, above and beyond the call of duty. Stress so bad that people can't function anymore. Eventually these people break down just as you would see a machine break down that's overworked.
And that's exactly what happened to Jackie Kennedy.
If I had gone to work and someone had broken my arm, it had been another story. But here I was, they had broken my life.
Kennedy's claim was denied. She sued. The suit was settled out of court for $10,000, an average amount in a workers' compensation suit. Kennedy is slowly getting her life back together, and now she's going to law school. Coming up next, actor Martin Sheen and CEO John Landy. 2 men whose attitudes almost killed them, and a stress test for me.
Ford profiles in quality, dependability. For